So we're going to get over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for that first alert.
Thanks, Shelby and Rob. We are giving you that first alert for two different aspects of this storm system that's going to be approaching tomorrow. The high winds that are before the storms, and then the severe storms that we're anticipating moving through tomorrow in the evening. Both of these unfortunately falling on Mardi Gras Day. We have a high wind watch in effect for tomorrow, and then a severe storm risk later in the day as we get toward the evening hours. So here's the severe weather outlook. We do have a level 3 out of 5 risk for areas of the North Shore. That's the area in orange. We also have these black lines. That's called hatching. That is where we have the best chance of seeing a strong tornado, which could be up to EF2 or greater strength, and then 75+ mph wind gusts as this line of storms moves through. But all the way down to the coastal areas, we have a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe storms. All modes of severe weather possible there as well. It just means it's more likely to see those high-end threats farther up to the north. But we'll watch that closely. The high wind watch that's in effect during the day is for persistent southerly winds from 30 to 40 miles per hour, gusting up to 60 miles per hour at times. And we'll likely see this updated to either a warning or an advisory later today. And that's what we're worried about for those parades. As the wind gusts start to increase, which does start around noon, that's when we see it past that 35-mile-per-hour threshold, getting into the 40s and almost 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts in the evening. That's when it's a danger to high-profile vehicles. You want to make sure that you're tying down any loose Mardi Gras decorations that you have outside, any tents you have outside. Do that by tomorrow morning because it's really going to start to crank up with the winds as we go throughout the day. We'll warm up to the mid to upper 70s. Then we start to see some scattered showers. Around 2 to 3, we could have some rain in the area. The storms will pass through from 4 to around 10, but it's a line of storms, so when it does come through, it'll push through fairly quickly. Let's look at the wind first. In the morning, we have about 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts, but that's just increasing throughout the day. So around noon, we get to 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, and right before that line of storms comes through, it's over to the west by 5 p.m., we're looking at 50 mile per hour plus wind gusts, and that's going to really be a threat to all of those Mardi Gras materials. So make sure that you're nailing all that down, you have it secured by tomorrow morning. And then obviously those high profile vehicles, that's why we're thinking about that threat to the parade. So they have some decisions to make there, but for us today, we're good. If you're headed out to the parade routes, we're going to be sunny. We'll have a little bit of cloud cover, and we see a warm front pull through by tomorrow morning. So the humidity is really back, and that's when the winds start to kick in. We'll see some scattered showers around 2 to 3, starting on the North Shore and then spreading eastward. But the storms as they come through, that line does seem to strengthen, so we need to watch that for the tornado potential and severe weather potential, but it is a skinny line of storms, so once it passes through, we'll be very quickly clearing out. The clouds will clear out, and we'll see a cold front come through, and that'll make for some nicer weather. But again, damaging wind gusts, 75 miles per hour plus for the northern tier. We could see a few strong tornadoes and that large hail, along with a flooding rain threat. So make sure you have ways to get those weather alerts tomorrow as we go throughout the day. Today, really nice. We do have some cloud cover out there. Temperatures right now in the 50s, up to the north, 60s. South, we're seeing a couple of scattered showers north of us, but I think that stays north. This is the beginning of that weather system starting to pull through. So if you're headed out over the next 12 hours, we'll get warm into the 70s. As the sun sets, we'll be in the 60s on those parade routes, but dry. Tomorrow is the day that we really have our eye on. We're giving you that first alert. Make sure that you can get those weather alerts because not only the winds earlier in the day we'll be watching for, but that severe threat in the early evening. After that, we fall to the 60s. It's going to be nice and breezy, very chilly Thursday morning. We see some 30s on the North Shore. We warm back up Friday and Saturday ahead of another chance for some storms at the start of the weekend. And then we're looking at the time change. We'll spring forward and we'll see that daylight later into the evening. Guys, back to you.